So come on in, take a sip. Let's wind down. And to celebrate the return to normalcy with the New York Times back online, just got word this morning when I got up, could not wait all day. So we're gonna have a Negroni, but it's a modified Negroni. Instead of using sweet vermouth, we're using an Italian Amaro, but it's also called a Black Manhattan. And because the Amaro is kind of wine-ish, sort of ish, not really, but kind of the wine aperitif type of thing, I figure it's kind of a wind down, but it's certainly a special occasion, and the weather outside just calls for a Negroni. So it is good to be back. Can't wait to dig into this grid. Just got to tell you though, within the absence there, got pretty used to doing the New Yorker crossword, and I was doing the LA Times for a bit there as well. And to be honest with you, I don't think I'm going to quit doing those. I think I'm just going to have to commit a good 3 hours of my day, maybe 4, if I'm being realistic, to this channel and these grids, because they've just opened up a whole new level of participation. And to be honest with you, that's what I want. I want to celebrate understanding. I want to celebrate knowledge. I want to celebrate the liberal arts and sciences more than anything else. So the more people we have for that, the better. But I will go about naming the videos something along the lines of NYT, LAT at the beginning, like I've been doing with my work at The Guardian as well. I love doing those quick crosswords and everyman crosswords on Sundays there. So I'm trying to distinguish them, so if it's a grid that you don't care about, you won't have to actually watch it. But nevertheless, here we are. And so let's go ahead and jump into our grid. Again, it is just so good to have the New York Times back online, and everybody, I'm hoping, happy with the decision. So yeah, a little bit more Salvard's courage. And we have ourselves a Avery Gee Katz and Aaron Gee construction here, edited by Joel Faliano. So by all means, let's not waste any time. Let's get right to it. Okay, so an iridescent gem, I'm thinking opal right off the top of my head. Surgery sites can be ORs, yeah. Annoy could be to rile. I know, that's a term we used in the American Southwest an awful lot. Don't rile up your granddaddy kind of a thing, so, you know. Finger used to swear. I think those unfamiliar with pinky swearing, that might be a hard one to come up with the answer to. Make out in Manchester. Snogging, of course. Learning a lot about British vernacular, by the way, by doing The Guardian quick every day. Like Tom Hanks for a majority of Castaway. How about Alone? Father Blank, personification of New York City in old cartoons. Yeah, Father Knickerbocker. Now, I don't think that I've ever spelled this, so I hope I can catch myself if I've done something wrong. I'd hate to get caught up on that. A Roman soldier, I guess a legionary. And Oscar winner Michelle Yeoh. I think that's actor Chad Michael Murray of One Tree Hill. I could be way wrong, though. Vocal skeptics look like naysayers here. And we'll check that Y real fast. Cry accompanying a fist bump. How about yes? And no, I promise we're going to get up here, try to finish in orderly fashion. Just don't be following down the rabbit hole, Christopher. It's okay. Just relax. Just relax. Kind of okay here. Early sign of life, perhaps. Wasn't it always such an intimate yet socially normal thing to feel even a complete stranger's stomach when it's starting to kick? I've had people in the past just sitting on the train and asking me in French or in German or whatever, it's the language they speak here, right? You know, would you like to feel the baby kicking? And my answer is, no, natürlich. Of course, exactly. Naturally, I would. Yes, of course, you know, so to speak. So it's a really interesting thing, and it doesn't matter what part of the earth you're on, it seems like that's something that may be a possibility. Little fella could be a kiddo. Fjords and bays, I guess these would be inlets. I mean, by definition, abbreviation on a business card. You know, that's getting a little old, to be honest with you, but region in which many federal workers live, and I'm assuming this is the DC area. So rack up as expenses could be to incur, and one way to stare. How about dumbly? Approximately, maybe so. Chowder morsels, clams, nice. Bozos. Okay. Blank hands, razzle dazzle display. I guess we're talking about jazz hands. I just had some white gloves on. I could do that real quick. Oh, for 5 floors for Newton Falls, Ohio, and I'm assuming that's the zip code. I don't know what else could go with a Z unless I'm wrong about jazz hands. So we'll see. Former name of the Democratic Republic of Congo, and think that is Zaire. In fact, I know it's Zaire, but still. Smooth sailing, so to speak, could be ease. We've got a nice little Tuesday. It's got a nice little gait to it. Hurts like a tooth, aches. So far, not a whole lot too very terribly challenging. This would be a chocolate chip or tortilla chip. Okay, so I think bozos are jackasses, which is always nice. Completion document. How about a cert? Part of an email address. We could be talking about an @ sign. Glee actress Rivera. Isn't it Naya or something like that? I don't know for sure. Which means I might be going back and erasing it when I realize I'm wrong, but I've learned it through crosswords. I don't know otherwise. Grind is one's teeth. Weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth. Intelligence org. Oh, I'm glad we had that essay there to put this in front of. My gosh, we got a lot of Intel 3-letter groups. Not a big deal. How about it's nothing? I want to check it real quick though. Feels off could be ales. Muddy quarters could be a sty. Like French toast or frittatas, and I'm assuming they're eggy. Twitch, glitch could be a lag. Okay, I feel better about that now. And now we have a pesky inset. Another word starting with a G and then an N, right? We got gnashing of teeth and gnatting of flying in my face. Power problem. How about an outage? What is this? Gotta be Winnie the Pooh, right? Bear who sings, I'm so rumbly in my tumbly. Well, how did we know? Probably that double OH at the end, right? So let's see if we can spell this correctly to start. Looks pretty good so far. Channel on which to watch NC2A games, and that would be ESPNU. And threaded fasteners, a T-nut. Got clean, maybe detoxed. So what we got here. From which to hear the real story is suggested by the starts of 2026-51 across. So I got a nicker and a nay and a whinny there. So I'm assuming this is going to be the horse's mouth. Fun. And be mine. Shotzi, will you be mine? Pass covertly. Slip, don't know. Went clickety clack, maybe typed. Snake like, there we go. Bringing in those Ely definitions and adjectives and adverbs. Blockers for the quarterback. Familiarly, so that would be O-line. Gotta have the offensive line. Punch line. Punctuator, so I guess we got ourselves a rim shot. But wish I could have typed that in that rhythm. That would have been fun. That would have been clever. Restaurant chain with an acronymic name, and I'm assuming it says IHOP. Check ourselves. Assisted pregnancy procedure for short. How about IVF? Blue parts of boobies. I guess we're talking about birds. Anytime we get a chance to talk about birds, and yeah, you know how that goes. Virtual animal companion. I'm assuming this is the Neopet. I have still never seen one. Burrowing rodent. Ooh, a vole made it in here, which I don't know for sure that I have ever seen a vole in here. Maybe in the 90s there was one, or a long time ago, and I got hemmed up on the thinking it was a mole or something. But yeah, no, I've been sitting around waiting on that one. Not breathlessly, but to a degree. Overflow with could be to team. More rational could be saner, which is no real compliment. Heavy book, I'm thinking tome. And certain lacrosse gear, and I'm thinking arm pads to go from that. Home of the Salt Lake Temple, which is be Utah. Grain that may be steel cut, and I never knew what the benefit of that was, but enthralled could be wrapped. And RuPaul's Drag Race Walk, I guess it's a strut. You can't have your cake and eat it too. I've been hemmed up too many times by doing crosses or downs only and then something not lining up. So now I feel like I got to check everything. Online investment platform, which still doesn't mean it's going to be error free, but internet deep dive could be a rabbit hole. A first part of an alley-oop, I guess about a lob. List ending abbreviation, probably et al. So there she blows. And put on as a party could be to throw. And just to ensure that I can hear what's going on, how did we do, Bob? You know what? This wasn't a rollover Tuesday. It had a nice gait to it. It was a bit of a trot, right? You know, it wasn't an outright gallop like most Mondays are, on occasion, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. But really, over the strike, you can see I lost my streak, which sucks. But at least it's given me like that little gold star for you've done 14 Tuesdays in a row, which means, yeah, as of last Wednesday, I guess, the strike was on. So it is what it is, but it was just great to be back in it today. It's great to have the New York Times and back to work and making everything normal as it is. And like I said, I plan on doing the other grids as well. So I'm going to wind up just being a full-time grid guy at some point. I don't know how my boss is going to feel about that, but we'll see. This has been really super. Let's go ahead and toss this out of here for now. And again, just wrapped up in the installation. I mean, it's wonderful. I better take it easy on my Negroni or my Black Manhattan because I've got 3 more grids to do. All right. Let's go ahead and bring down our Benier d'adieu. And until we see you tomorrow for the Wednesday Mini and the Wednesday Grid in the New York Times, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. So, auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Servus. Grüß Gott. Ciao. Cin-Cin. And we will catch you on the better end of the day. In the meantime, be good to yourselves, be great to your neighbors, and be phenomenal to the person behind you in the queue. Y'all take care out there. Be well.